Hello and good morning everyone. We'll start today's topic, and today's topic is the description of main in Java. Okay. अभी तक हमने क्या देख लिया? हमने देख लिया कि कैसे जावा के प्रोग्राम को रन कराते हैं, जावा का कंपाइलेशन प्रोसेस कैसा होता है, ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड के फीचर्स क्या हैं. अब हम प्रोग्रामिंग को समझेंगे. ठीक है. अब प्रोग्रामिंग को समझने के लिए सबसे पहले हमें समझने की ज़रूरत है मेन. The thing is, what is main and what is description of main in Java and how it is different from other languages main, like in C or C++ or any other language. Okay. In the example that we had seen that the Java programming language, the main is declared as public static void main string args. Okay, so there are four alternatives to this. You can write public static void main, or static public void main, or public static void main, and you can see the subscript here after the args can be placed before the args. Okay, and this public and static can be swapped among each other. Okay, so these are the four alternatives that you can write in your Java program. You can write public static void main, you can write static public void main. The subscript symbol can be placed after args, or it can be placed after string also before args. Okay, so now what is public, what is static, what is main, and what is void. So why it is declared as public static void main? So there is significance of each and every keyword here. We will discuss one by one. Okay, so public means that the main can be accessed from any class in the file, as we had seen in that concept of object oriented programming tutorial, that there is concept of encapsulation and data hiding. So classes provides us the features of hiding the data from other classes. Okay, means this clearly says the data can be shared from one class to another class. And in Java, the main itself is declared inside a particular class. Okay, so since the main is inside a particular class, and if it is not public, then the main cannot be accessed from all the classes in the program. Okay, so we know that main is the starting point of the program execution. main जो होता है पहला पॉइंट होता है जहाँ से प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट होना, हमारा कंपाइल होना हमारा शुरू होता है. ठीक है, इसलिए मेन को हमें पब्लिक रखना है. ठीक है, द एक्सेस स्पेसिफायर पब्लिक प्राइवेट प्रोटेक्टेड. ओके, सो मेन हैज़ टू बी पब्लिक, इट विल नॉट बी प्राइवेट और इट विल नॉट बी प्रोटेक्टेड. सो मेन हैज़ टू बी पब्लिक so that it can be accessed by any class in the program. In a program we can create multiple classes. Okay, and multiple classes will have multiple objects, and to call the methods and attributes of a particular class, objects need to be created, and those objects are created in main, right? So main has to be public so that all the classes can access the main function for its execution. Now what is static? Static means there is no need to create any object to call the main method, as we'll see later on that for calling a method, executing a method of any class, we have to create the object of that particular class, right? Since main is the entry point, so there is a requirement that we have to call it automatically. The compiler will call the main automatically without creation of any object. Okay, that is why main has declared static, right? Since static, if you create any method as static, that method will be called without creation of object. Keep in mind, if you declare a method or define a method as a static method, that will be called independently. We do not need to create object for calling that particular method. Okay, so main has been kept as static. So it is public so that it can be accessible in any classes. It is static because we need to call it automatically. There is no need to create object of any class to call this method. Method main will be called automatically, right? And then void means it returns nothing. So by default the void means the main function does not return anything. Okay, now string args is the parameter that is passed by default in main definition, right? Why? Because Java takes the input in form of string. This is why the main method itself is an array of a string object that has been included in main. Means what happens, string is the format, text is the format that can be converted into any data type. If you are giving input some integer value, Java will take as string value. If you give any string value, Java will take by default string value. So it is easy for us to convert any data type into any data type. Means from string data type you can convert it to any of the data type. That is why Java takes all the inputs at runtime in the form of string, so that it can be converted into any other data type as per the requirement of our programming, right? That is why Java in main string args is passed as the parameter. Okay, so now we are clear. Public, it can be accessed by any class in the program. Static, need not create a method or object to call the main method. Void, main returns nothing, and main itself is the main function. And string args, because all the input in Java is taken as string, and that string can be converted into any type of data depending upon our programming requirement. That is why main is declared at public, static, void and main, right? Okay, now if we consider the scope of accessibility, right, that which variable has to be accessed by which scope. So there are two types of variables in Java. One is instance level variable, or you can say object level variable, and second is class level variable. Means instance level variables are those variables that are used by objects. Means अगर आपको उसे यूज़ करना है, उन वेरिएबल्स में कोई वैल्यू असाइन करनी है, उनको चेंज करना है, तो आपको पहले उसका क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना होगा, और उस ऑब्जेक्ट के थ्रू आप उसको एक्सेस कर पाएंगे. यानी उन वेरिएबल्स को यूज़ करने के लिए, एक्सेस करने के लिए आपको ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना ही पड़ेगा. विदाउट ऑब्जेक्ट यू कैन नॉट यूज़ दोज वेरिएबल्स. दैट इज़ वाई दे आर नोन एज इंस्टेंस लेवल वेरिएबल्स. एंड द सेकेंड वन इज क्लास लेवल वेरिएबल्स. मीन्स इफ़ यू हैव टू क्रिएट सम कॉमन, बिकॉज you can say for a class there are n number of objects can be created. Okay, I can say for a class, particular class, we can have 10 objects. Now a particular value that has to be commonly shared among all 10 objects. Okay, so what we will do, we will create a class level variable. Okay, so class level variable will be assigned automatically to all the objects that you have created. Okay, and this class level variable can be created using static keyword. Okay, we will see the implementation in next video, what is class level variable and what is instance level variable. Okay, so once we'll write the program, we will see what is class level variable and what is instance level variable. Okay, now there will be the times when you will want to define a class member that will be used independently on any object of that class. Okay, so that class must be accessed by all the objects commonly. So for this you create such a member as static. When a member is declared as a static, it can be accessed before any object of its class created and without reference to any object. You can declare method and variable both as static. The most common example of a static member is main. As we discussed, the main is declared as static so that no need to create any object. It will not belong to a particular object, it will belong to a particular class, and that is commonly accessible to all the objects that are created from that particular class, right? So if you have to make a common attribute, common field that equally shared between all the objects of the class, those variables or those methods can be created as static. Okay, so this is called static member or class level variable. Now what is constructor? Constructor is a special member function, a special member method whose name is same as the class name. Constructor does not, the syntax of constructor does not include return type. Okay, means in one line, because constructor we are going to see in detail here, in one line I will explain that if you have to create object of the class, you need a constructor. Okay, a constructor is a special member method that is called to create objects. अगर आपको ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना है तो कंस्ट्रक्टर एक मेथड है, उसको आपको कॉल करना है। और वो कंस्ट्रक्टर मेथड, उसकी खूबी क्या है कि उस कंस्ट्रक्टर मेथड का नाम उस क्लास के नाम का सेम होगा। दोनों, उस फंक्शन का, उस क्लास के अंदर जो मेथड है उसका नाम और उस कंस्ट्रक्टर, उस क्लास का नाम, दोनों नाम क्या होंगे? सेम होंगे। और उस स्पेशल मेंबर मेथड का रोल क्या होता है? यू हैव टू यूज़ दैट पर्टिकुलर कंस्ट्रक्टर टू क्रिएट द ऑब्जेक्ट, यानी कंस्ट्रक्टर का काम होता है ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करना। अगले लेक्चर में हम देखेंगे इन प्रोग्रामिंग इम्प्लीमेंटेशन को। अभी तक के लिए जितनी भी चीज़ें बताई गई हैं उनको रिवाइज़ करिए, क्योंकि अगले लेक्चर में जब हम इन प्रोग्राम्स को इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे तो हम समझेंगे कि कंस्ट्रक्टर क्या है, डिफ़ॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर क्या है, पैरामीटराइज्ड कंस्ट्रक्टर क्या है, कंस्ट्रक्टर का रोल क्या है और कैसे हम कंस्ट्रक्टर को कॉल करते हैं, और जब कोई कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल होता है तब क्या होता है। ओके, सो टिल देन कीप लर्निंग, कीप कोडिंग, विल सी यू सून इन next lecture.